Hello everyone, welcome to Mind, Body, Soul Astrology Journal and a new year, 2023. This is a new journal. I really loved the 8.5 by 11 inch size from last year, and I found this company I could custom design my own notebook cover for this year's journal. They have already designed notebooks for purchase. You can see the link below in the description for where to find them. This video is all about the overview of the astrology for the year. The other pages for my bullet journal setup will be in a link in the description to watch that video. This is my first time using the tape from the Washi tape shop. I've been really inspired by their videos and how they're creating their layouts. So this is the tape called Carefree, and I was really drawn to the colors, the people, the flowers. So for this page, I wanted to do like a picture frame of the flowers. This left page here will be solar return page for the year ahead. A solar return chart is the moment when the sun comes back to the same spot it was when you were born. This chart could be an excellent tool to help you assess and predict the themes that will arise for you during your next solar return, or the 12 months that happen from this birthday this year to the next. This year, I am using my solar return chart from my Honeycomb Almanac, and I will add that in later. This next page I'm using for my monthly lunar returns. A lunar return chart is calculated when the moon returns to exact degree position of the natal placement, usually happening once a month. This chart could give some insight into potential emotional states, attitudes, intuition, and feelings of everyday life during the course of that month. I'm also taking note of the chart ruler for my solar return, perfected year, and numerology for the year ahead. This is the first time I'm putting all the lunar return charts together so I can look at it at one glance for the entire year. Each mini circle is a zodiac wheel of the 12 houses, so I will go in and put in the date of the lunar return with each planet in each house. For each tab of this journal setup, I'm using pieces of the stickers that I used for that page. So I used that beautiful washi tape shop flower for the first tab. The second tab, I used the Earth sticker from the Planetary sticker collection I got from Amazon. The next up is the Planetary Transits for the year for the inner and the outer planets. I used washi tape from a Starry Universe collection I bought on Amazon. I really like being able to see all the planets, overview, transits for the year in one place, so I can just turn to the month and see what major things are going on that month in one quick look. Molly McCord, astrologer, says 2023 brings in the most significant astrology since 2020, including the lunar nodes changing signs. So I definitely wanted to make a page where I journal and take note of this change in relation to my natal chart placements. The lunar nodes are 2 points where the moon's orbital path around the Earth intersects the ecliptic, the Earth's orbital path around the sun. This happens a few times a year when we experience eclipses. Subtly in the background, I drew the moon's orbit and the symbols for the north and the south nodes. The lunar nodes take approximately 18.5 years to cycle through the entire zodiac. There are significant points in the lunar node cycles: nodal returns, reversals, midpoint, and squares. This year marks one of those significant points in the lunar node cycle for me, and that's another reason why I wanted to journal more about this. The south node could indicate natural abilities, skills, or challenges we bring with us from previous lifetimes. A placement of the south node in your chart could indicate the area where you are to use these special talents for some sort of spiritual purpose or for the benefit of others. Also, where you're learning to surrender and let go of old baggage that maybe no longer serves you in this area of your life. It has been said that the south node matures around the age 48. The north node represents in your chart an area underdeveloped or maybe never engaged in that energy before in previous lifetimes. This could be fated change, major upheaval that could occur this lifetime. This is the path we are headed into in this life, where we are meant to grow and learn from. This could show up as ambition, unconventional thoughts, excitement, insatiable urge to move in a particular direction. It shows us where to go to get nourishment through our experiences. The North Node is said to mature around the age 42. The nodes transit in opposition to one another, so when we nourish our North Node by engaging with its energy, we are in essence providing fertilizer for beautiful things to grow in the South Node area of our charts. So the ultimate goal would be to integrate and find balance between the energy of these two lunar nodes in the chart, combining your natural gifts from the past with excitement and ambitions of the present. The North Node is transitioning from the fixed earth sign of Taurus to the cardinal fire sign of Aries. The South Node is transitioning from the fixed water sign of Scorpio to the cardinal air sign of Libra. The nodes change signs on July 17th, 2023. The 4 eclipses occur in April, May, and twice in October 2023. I also follow the Chinese Zodiac, which is a traditional classification system based on the lunar calendar, where they assign an animal and attributes to each year in a repeating 12-year cycle. This originated in China, and it has had variations that have become popular in many of the Eastern countries and abroad. The date of the Chinese New Year varies every year because it's based on the Chinese lunar calendar on the cycles of the moon and the sun. It usually falls between January 21st and February 20th, and the Chinese New Year starts on a new moon, usually the second new moon after the winter solstice. The celebrations come to a conclusion with a lantern festival around the time of the full moon. During this 16-day-long festival, each day has a name assigned and a purpose or a meaning. Chinese New Year 2023 is a year of the rabbit, from January 22nd, 2023, lasting until February 9th, 2024. Other years of the rabbit are 1951, 1963, 1975, 1987, 1999, 2011, and now 2023. Each animal in the Chinese zodiac will repeat every 12 years, but just in a different element. The 5 elements of nature in the Chinese zodiac are fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Based on yin and yang, the rabbit is yin, and 2023 is a yin water rabbit year. Yin water is connected to rain, ponds, cold water, brooks. So according to the Chinese 5 elements, yin water is associated with the color black, so 2023 is the year of the yin water black rabbit. Rabbits are herbivores that like to eat tender plants like flowers, grass, leaves, or weeds. So I picked this pond picture with the grass and the flowers to represent this relationship. I added Mandarin spelling for water rabbit, Happy New Year, and a good fortune wish. I added some motivational insight into the year of the rabbit. The sign of the rabbit is a symbol of longevity, peace, and prosperity in Chinese culture, so 2023 is predicted to be a year of hope. I was looking to create a window page with the bright red Chinese color and a see-through window to the other side. I used this thin red construction-like paper, and before cutting part of the page, I wanted to have an overlay of a lantern. I bought most of my Chinese zodiac stickers from Redbubble, and sometimes there's an extra piece of just a blank white sticker, so I ended up overlaying red and yellow washi tape over that blank white sticker to create these lanterns. The tab on the right is another red bubble sticker of a shadow of the rabbit. Creating a cutout window to view another green landscape underneath it. I had some leftover plastic from letters that I was using that I ended up just cutting a piece from for the window. And then I used washi tape to stabilize the plastic and just create a pretty frame for that window. In Chinese culture, colors are given lucky or unlucky meanings, and red symbolizes fire, good fortune, and joy. It is the color of happiness, and gold symbolizes wealth and prosperity. So together they are used to spread the message of good fortune and prosperity for everyone in the coming year. The Lantern Festival honors deceased ancestors on the 15th day of the first month of the lunar calendar. This festival marks the first full moon of the new lunar year and the end of the spring festival celebrations. In the Chinese Zodiac, they have a chart called the 4 Pillars of Life, or the 8 characters of birth time, as a predictive technique for your life. They say there are 4 stages of life that are governed by these 4 pillars, which are the year, month, day, and hour pillars. Each pillar then includes what they call 1 heavenly stem and 1 earthly branch. These were created to calculate the history and record the chronological sequence of events, and are associated or assigned with a zodiac animal sign. Above the peekaboo window, I put the 4 pillars chart so that I could fill in and remind myself of that birth chart placement. And then I also added a section for the 5 element weights of my personality. So in the 5 elements in Chinese zodiac, we have a certain amount percentage of each element in our chart. Each element represents certain personality traits. I also added space for my specific zodiac animal prediction for each month and overall for love, money, career, health. I added the actual element that's associated with each rabbit year, and here's the zodiac wheel. The black and white sticker wheel represents the order of the zodiac animal signs. Overall, I am excited to have these astrological pages to review throughout the year for my reference as things change day to day. In essence, taking note of life cycles and rhythms amongst the stars. To see the complete pages for my new bullet journal for 2023, please click on part 2 of this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.